Hello guys, welcome back to the trading video. In this one we're going to be doing a stock analysis breakdown on DKNG, which is Draftkings. Firstly, why is it trading up 6.5% today? That's because investor Cathie Woods, part of ARK Invest, has doubled down. I think invested 60 million. I saw somewhere, yep, 60 million dollars worth of shares. So that's firstly the reason why it's most likely trading up today. Now we'll go on to the technical side and break down most likely where we'll either see the trend finish or at least get a pullback. So the first level we had was 57.60, and as you can see we did come into that level today, but kind of just broke straight through it. So once we got into this consolidating level here, that's where I personally started to open up a small short position that is in puts, not in shares. Only got a small size here, as more of the key level, at least for now, will be this $63 level. Why is that the key level? It's because the 64.55 level is right above it, and what these levels are statistical deviations, and basically just means 68% of the data will be within these golden bands here, 95% of the data will be within the blue, and 99.7% of the data should be within the green. So once it comes into this 63, 64, if we haven't yet pulled back by then, if we don't pull back in the next probably day or two, this is most likely where we will see the move end, at least for the time being, because that's where a lot of investors will most likely start locking in profits, even if they want to get back in, but this will most likely be a key area to start locking in profits. Also, even people more on the retail side, even if you're not using this kind of analysis, you can see that on our side we are getting very oversold on both the daily and the 4 hour, so that will most likely indicate some retail sellers to sell, which will most likely affect the stock price if it's a heavy amount of selling. So yeah, in summary, key targets will be the 63 to 64.50. I do think if we can get there without a pullback, this will be where we will pull back. However, if we do pull back before that, these will still be key levels on where the move may end. Now, just in case it does break through here, we will give price targets for that, and that would be around the 71 to 71.50 is the next area we would most likely see a reversal or at least a large pullback, and on the very high end would be 78.80 to just the mid $78. That would be very unlikely, especially in the short term, so I'd be keeping more eyes on the 64 to 63 level, as that we could see in the next day or two, especially if we don't get any proper pullbacks within that time. And if we do break through that 64.50 level, key targets will be around that $71 level. Now I'll kind of go through what I do think will happen with this stock in the near term. So if you just wanted price targets, there you go. Those would be the key targets I'm looking at. Now I'll quickly go through kind of what I expect to happen with DKNG in the next few days. So as we are up 6.5%, and yesterday we were also up quite a heavy amount. If I quickly pull this up, we also up around 5% yesterday. It does make sense that we will most likely get a pullback, I would say this as market opens, because we've just had non-stop green candles, and yes, that means it's strong momentum, but does signal that at some point we are going to have that red candle pullback, and when momentum's been that strong, it's usually quite a large pullback. So where do we see this pullback coming to? Most likely this 57.60 area. Then that will be the real decider on whether DKNG will break down further and kind of end this move, at least for now, or if it will bounce off this 57.60, continue up, and then that's when we'll most likely come and test this 64 or 63 level, either this week or early next week, I would estimate. So that's kind of what I see happening with DKNG, at least in the short term. So I hope you enjoyed the breakdown, hope to see you in the next one, and that's it. Peace.